and welcome back everyone to Actual English. I'm Jennifer Clyde. It's time for lesson 394 and it's time for our 9th viewer's choice. Today's topic is cosmetic surgery. For those of you that tuned in lesson 393, I did mention that cosmetic surgery and plastic surgery are the same thing, but there is a slight difference. Well, let's say, for example, plastic surgery is an older term. It's been around for a longer time. So compared to plastic surgery, the term cosmetic surgery is newer, okay? Now, if you were to differentiate the two, plastic itself means artificial, meaning not real, fake. So they say that plastic surgery is a kind of surgery that people get to have fake things put into their body, whereas cosmetic surgery is a type of plastic surgery that people get done, especially, let's say, in cases they get into a car accident or any kind of accident and they need some sort of reconstruction done to their face or any part of their body. So there is that slight difference, but pretty much it's used to talk about the same thing. So keep in mind, cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery are pretty much the same thing. Okay, let's talk about that today and begin today's lesson with Actual Talk.
So Korea's kind of the hot spot for plastic surgery. Seoul, near Shinsa Station. I'm always seeing advertisements. How do you feel about it?
Different would be the answer I would give to that question, actually.
Okay.
When I first came to Korea, I thought it was crazy how everybody was wanting to get surgery to kind of look beautiful, look amazing. A certain way, yeah. But nowadays, I would say my opinion's changed a little bit, actually.
Okay.
I kind of got used to it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I can see some benefits for doing it. So I'm more relaxed on the situation.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
I have pretty mixed feelings. When I first came, I was quite anti-plastic surgery. I don't know, I had a friend in high school who had quite a pronounced nose. And she had some surgery when she turned, I think it was 19, and just kind of reshaped her nasal bone a little bit so that it didn't stick out so much. And I think they kind of maintained the natural shape of her nose for the most part. It wasn't this dramatic change.
Yes.
And I see some of these huge dramatic changes happening, and I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. Sometimes I see the before picture and the after picture, and I think the woman, or sometimes man, but most of the time female, was so beautiful naturally.
That she didn't need to have the surgery.
Right. And so it's like, what kind of social influences persuaded her to think that she needed to go under the knife?
Yeah.
That's where my concerns are with it.
I think for a lot of people, they see it as a confidence booster. It helps them to feel more confident in situations, whereas previously they were a little bit maybe shy or reserved.
Yeah.
So I think it can be a benefit.
Right.
But I think each situation deserves its own merit.
True. Very true.
All right, just as Martin and Mary have mentioned, we do see a lot of ads or advertisements advertising these cosmetic surgery clinics, even all different types of cosmetic surgery or plastic surgery, right? So it is very common in Korea. As we all know, people from abroad come to Korea to get cosmetic surgery. So it really is a huge, I guess, market. But anyhow, let's take a look at what these two mentioned as they talked about cosmetic surgery today. Mary says Korea is kind of the hot spot for plastic surgery. Okay, so she has used plastic surgery in place of cosmetic surgery. I did mention they are the same thing. Now, but if you say that a certain place, location, country, city is a hotspot for something, you're saying that it is a very popular location for something, okay? It's where a lot of something are all clustered or gathered. So Korea is kind of the hotspot for plastic surgery. In Seoul, near Shinsa Station, I'm always seeing advertisements. So she's talking about how she commonly sees advertisements or ads. How do you feel about it? Okay, so she's asking a question. How do you feel about it? It meaning plastic surgery. What do you feel about? How do you feel about? What do you think about plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery? What did Martin say? Let's check it out. He takes a moment to think and he says, different would be the answer I would give to that question. So he's saying, well, my answer would be different. Plastic surgery, different. When I first came to Korea, I thought it was crazy how everybody was wanting to get surgery to look beautiful, look amazing. Now this is one long sentence, but let's go on ahead and circle the key words here, okay? As we occasionally do to help you understand a long sentence better. When I first came to Korea, so when he first came to Korea, I thought it was crazy. He thought it was ridiculous. It was not normal. It was kind of abnormal. It was weird, strange, crazy, absurd. Why? How everybody was wanting to get surgery. How everybody was wanting to get plastic surgery. Why? To look beautiful, to look amazing. Okay. So he's saying when he first came to Korea, it was a big surprise. He was shocked by how many people wanted to get plastic surgery to look beautiful, okay? To look amazing. And Mary says, yes, a certain way, meaning to look a certain way. Maybe to look this way, to look that way, to look like somebody, for example. And he says, but nowadays, okay, let's focus on nowadays. In recent days, what happened? I would say my opinions changed a little bit, actually. His opinions changed a little bit. So he thinks differently about plastic surgery now. He says, I kind of got used to it. So he got used to it. It's not such a big shock to him anymore. He got used to it a little bit more. I can see some benefits for doing it. So now he can see some benefits. He sees some good points about plastic surgery compared to when he first came to Korea. So he did mention that he thought it was crazy, meaning he didn't really think positively about it. He had negative opinions about plastic surgery, but now he thinks, there could be benefits. There could be positive things about plastic surgery. So I'm more relaxed on the situation, meaning I feel more comfortable about the situation. What about yourself? So now he is asking the question back to Mary. Mary says, I have pretty mixed feelings. We went over mixed feelings many, many, many times. Do you remember what that means? If somebody says, I have mixed feelings, okay, if you don't know, all right, we have feelings, thoughts. They're all mixed up. Nothing's clear. So it's this, it's that, it's this and that. It's all just mixed up together. So you're saying, I don't know. I have unclear thoughts. It's this and that. You're confused. So she has mixed feelings about plastic surgery. When I first came, I was quite anti-plastic surgery. Anti means that you are against it, okay? You are not for it, you are against it. You're saying, no, that's bad. I don't like it. Anti or anti, they both work. She was quite anti-plastic surgery or anti-plastic surgery. I had a friend in high school who had quite a pronounced nose. So she's talking about a friend she had in high school a long, long time ago, but what about her nose? She had a pronounced nose. Okay. In actual expressions, we practice how to pronounce words, right? We practice the pronunciation of words. But here, she had a pronounced nose. Pronounced is used as an adjective, okay? And in this case, it means that it is very noticeable. It's easy to notice. It stands out. So I guess she had a very big nose or crooked nose, right? Very noticeable nose. And she had some surgery when she turned, I think it was 19. Aha. So she had some surgery, meaning some kind of surgery when she turned 19. And kind of reshaped her nasal bone a little bit so that it didn't stick out so much. Okay, this is another long sentence, but let's break it up to help you understand it. So we all know that her friend had a pronounced nose, a very noticeable nose, and she got surgery when she was 19. What happened after that? When she had surgery, they reshaped her nasal bone a little bit. Reshape means to construct again, change the structure of something, reconstruct, to change the shape of something, okay? So they reshaped her nasal bone. We're talking about her nose, okay? Now, nasal is an adjective. Nasal is something related to the nose or the functions of the nose. So if we say nasal bone, we're talking about the bone of the nose, okay? So the doctor, yes, the plastic surgeon, reshaped, reconstructed her nose, her nasal bone a little bit. Why? So that it did not stick out so much. Okay, here's a pattern for us. Stick out means what? Okay, stick out means to project or protrude outwards. For example, if you take a look at the side of my face, it's not flat. My nose sticks out, okay? It projects or protrudes outward. Okay, so if something sticks out, it means that it projects outward. So she's saying that she had surgery to reshape her nose so that it didn't stick out so much. Maybe she had a really big nose. And I think they kind of maintained the natural shape of her nose. So they maintained, meaning they kept the natural shape of her nose, meaning it was not a dramatic change. Okay, so it was, some sort of plastic surgery that she got, but it wasn't a big one. It was just a little one where they kind of reshaped her nose a little bit. Okay? All right, moving on. She says, and I see some of these huge dramatic changes happening. That was an example, but she says she sees huge dramatic changes happening. She's stressing that it's very big, very dramatic changes. I have mixed feelings about it. That is why she's confused. She can't say it's good, she can't say it's bad. Sometimes I see the before picture and the after picture, okay? Meaning before the surgery and after the surgery picture. And I think the woman, or sometimes man, was so beautiful naturally, okay? So the woman or the man, okay, the person that got the plastic surgery looked so beautiful naturally. Meaning before the surgery, she's saying these people, some people looked so beautiful. They were beautiful before the surgery. And she doesn't know why people still get surgery. That's why she's saying she has mixed feelings, all right? And Martin says, okay, so she didn't need to have the surgery. She didn't need to. She didn't have to have the surgery. Well, Mary says, right, that is true. And so it's like, what kind of social influences, what society, how society influences people? What kind of social influences persuaded her to think that she needed to go under the knife? So she's saying that people may stress her, society may stress her, and make her believe that she has to get plastic surgery when she's already beautiful, when she's already naturally beautiful. Let's take a look. Persuade means what? Persuade. You're making somebody change their opinion or do something, especially by giving them a good enough reason to do so. A very easy way of saying this is making someone think otherwise, or making someone think this, that, okay? You are talking someone into this, Okay, so you're persuading people to go under the knife. This is an idiomatic expression. To go under the knife means to get surgery. To go under the knife, meaning you have a knife making incisions on you. So to go under the knife means to get surgery. That's where my concerns are with it. I think for a lot of people, they see it as a confidence booster, okay? Once again, Martin is talking about it, plastic surgery. A lot of people think it is a confidence booster. Booster is what? Something that brings something up, something that helps to improve, increase something, pushes up something. So he's saying, I think it's something that increases, boosts, or improves your confidence. It helps them, or people, to feel more confident in situations, whereas previously they're a little bit shy or reserved. So moving on, he says, so I think it can be a benefit. Once again, he's saying it can be a benefit, but I think each situation, each and every different situation deserves its own merit. He's just basically saying that each situation is different. It's not always good. It's not always bad. And he says each situation deserves its own merit, its own advantages, benefits, good points. And she seems to agree. True, very true, Mary says. All right, I don't know what you personally think about plastic or cosmetic surgery, but the point is to listen carefully and enjoy the conversation one more time.
So Korea's kind of the hot spot for plastic surgery. Or Seoul, near Shinsa Station. I'm always seeing advertisements. How do you feel about it?
Different would be the answer I would give to that question, actually. When I first came to Korea, I thought it was crazy how everybody was wanting to get surgery to kind of look beautiful, look amazing. A certain way, yeah. But nowadays, I would say my opinion's changed a little bit, actually. I kind of got used to it a little bit more. I can see some benefits for doing it. So I'm more relaxed on the situation. What about yourself?
I have pretty mixed feelings. When I first came, I was quite anti-plastic surgery. I don't know, I had a friend in high school who had quite a pronounced nose. And she had some surgery when she turned, I think it was 19, and just kind of reshaped her nasal bone a little bit so that it didn't stick out so much. And I think they kind of maintained the natural shape of her nose for the most part. It wasn't this dramatic change. And I see some of these huge dramatic changes happening, and I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. Sometimes I see the before picture and the after picture, and I think the woman, or sometimes man, but most of the time female, was so beautiful naturally.
That she didn't need to have the surgery.
Right. And so it's like, what kind of social influences persuaded her to think that she needed to go under the knife? That's where my concerns are with it.
I think for a lot of people, they see it as a confidence booster. It helps them to feel more confident in situations, whereas previously they were a little bit maybe shy or reserved. So I think it can be a benefit. But I think each situation deserves its own merit.
True, very true.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for actual expressions. Are you now ready to go over the vocab words and the patterns? Okay, the first word we have for you is pronounced. As I told you in today's actual talk, it was used in the adjective form, and it's pronounced. Pronounced. It means clear, definite, very noticeable, very obvious. We were talking about one of Mary's high school friends who had a pronounced nose. Very big nose, so obviously it was very noticeable. What about reshape? Reshape, stress goes right there. It means to reconstruct. Re is again, so it means to shape again, reconstruct, change, modify, revise. Moving on to nasal. It's once again an adjective, and of course, It's anything that's related to the nose or the functions of the nose. Okay, we were talking about the nasal bone, how it was slightly reshaped. Persuade. Persuade means to make somebody do something, especially by giving them or providing them a good enough reason to do so. So advise, talk into is a casual way of saying persuade. Merit is just another word for benefit or value. Okay, a good point, in other words. Stick out. Okay, if something sticks out, it shows, it's noticeable. Why? Because it projects or protrudes outward. Okay, his nose used to stick out a lot. Perhaps before he got plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery, his nose used to stick out a lot. Now it's a lot smaller. Moving on to go under the knife. I told you, to go under the knife means to get medical surgery, okay? To get an operation, to get surgery. More women are choosing to go under the knife. Why? To better, meaning to improve their appearance. So in other words, more women are choosing to get surgery, to go under the knife, to look more beautiful. All right? And finally, we've got confidence booster. Booster, something that boosts your confidence, something that helps improve or increase your confidence. Dressing for success. This is true. Dressing for success is a great confidence booster. Dressing for success is something that boosts, improves, increases your confidence. What I mean by dressing for success is dressing appropriately, looking nice each and every day. That's right. Don't you notice or don't you realize that on days you like the way you look, you're in a suit or a dress, something looking nice, you feel more confident because you feel like you look better. You feel like you look more beautiful that day compared to when you wear sweats and a t-shirt and a hat. Okay, so dressing for success is a great confidence booster. Dress for success, everyone. All right, job well done.
I would definitely say that Seoul is a hotspot for cosmetic surgery. In fact, people from all over the world come to have procedures done here. Coming from California, I'm certainly not unfamiliar with cosmetic surgery. I think back in the US, more people, older people, have work done to keep up their youthful appearance. In Korea, however, I think it's more about changing your appearance, and it starts at such a young age. Double eyelid surgery is practically the norm here, and I've known and met so many girls who have received this surgery as a high school graduation present from their families. Also, there are advertisements everywhere for cosmetic surgery clinics. And I really think this puts a lot of pressure on people to change their perfect imperfections rather than embrace them. And I know there's certainly been more than a couple of times where I myself have felt the pressure as well.
It's time for our final segment, Actual Story, and Alexis has helped us out. Now, she too has mentioned that Korea or Seoul is a hotspot for cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, and she's mentioned since it is, people from all over the world, all across the globe, come to Korea or Seoul to have procedures done. To have procedures done, meaning to have surgical procedures done, to get plastic surgery or to have surgery done, okay? I think back in the US, so in the US, more older people have work done. We're talking about these surgical procedures. Older people have surgery to keep up their youthful appearance, okay? It's all about looking youthful, looking younger. But the focus is what? Who? Usually, older people get surgery, cosmetic surgery in the US to look younger. In Korea, however, So let's talk about Korea. I think it's more about changing your appearance, and it starts at a young age. So this is a very big difference. She's saying in the States, more older people get cosmetic surgery to look a little younger, but in Korea, many more young people or people at a young age start to get plastic surgery. Why? Not necessarily to look younger, but to look better, to look more better. To look more beautiful, to look more handsome. And then double eyelid surgery. Double means two, okay? Eyelid surgery is practically the norm here. Standard, meaning it's common, okay? What kind of plastic surgery is the norm, common? Double eyelid surgery. That is 쌍꺼풀 수술. So we're saying that is probably the most common type of plastic surgery people get in Korea. Okay, job well done. Let's take a listen to it one more time.
I would definitely say that Seoul is a hotspot for cosmetic surgery. In fact, people from all over the world come to have procedures done here. Coming from California, I'm certainly not unfamiliar with cosmetic surgery. I think back in the US, more people, older people, have work done to keep up their youthful appearance. In Korea, however, I think it's more about changing your appearance, and it starts at such a young age. Double eyelid surgery is practically the norm here, and I've known and met so many girls who have received this surgery as a high school graduation present from their families. Also, there are advertisements everywhere for cosmetic surgery clinics. And I really think this puts a lot of pressure on people to change their perfect imperfections rather than embrace them. And I know there's certainly been more than a couple of times where I myself have felt the pressure as well.
With the advancement of medicine, technology, and all these procedures, yes, more and more people, not only in Korea but around the globe, are turning to get plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery for many different reasons. Of course, to look younger, to look better, to make big changes, and so on and so forth. But I don't think anybody really has the right to say it's good or bad. But one thing I do want to mention is that plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery can bring about bad effects, negative effects, if you get addicted to it. So I guess moderation is key, right? Okay, and I think that in some cases, it could act as a confidence booster, if you don't overdo it, that is. All right, so today we talked about cosmetic surgery, which was our 9th requested topic. I do want to take this moment to thank all of our viewers out there for taking interest and for requesting those topics. It was really fun. We do have one final topic coming up, one final viewer's choice topic 10 that would be, and next time we'll be talking about getting a driver's license. We'll talk about how to get a driver's license in Korea, what kinds of tests we usually take, such as a written test and a driving test, and we'll also talk about how old you have to be to attain a driver's license in Korea. Okay, so please do join us for that. In the meantime, come to our homepage. Come on over to www.ebse.co.kr. Look for Actual English with Jennifer and post up your thoughts if you have any on our message board. Please do not hesitate. Okay, that is a wrap for today's lesson, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you again next time. Until then, take care and bye for now.